What's up, Outlaw Nation? How is everybody today? So here's our podcast. I am here with somebody that I didn't realize was so popular. It was kind of crazy. What do you want me to call you? You want me to call you like the Black Fox, the Mysterious Fox, the War Master, the Warlord?
Jesus Christ, just call me K, dude.
All right, K. All right, we're here with
Don't add another one.
Don't add.
You got close. You said KK. Just
All right.
slow down.
K. And I feel like Men in Black, K and J. I mean,
Right.
Do you have a noisy cricket?
I don't, unfortunately.
Dang. All right, so the way that Kay and I met is through a mutual friend, like a couple of years ago for like a brief moment.
Yeah.
And I think you had a 6 arc, and you were like, "Dude, you should take this. Take it anytime." And then we like went on our own path. And then how did we randomly end up back together?
I have no idea. Was it Ukraine?
It was Ukraine. It was over Ukraine.
It was
over
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
yeah.
All right, we're going to get
That's
to
what I
Ukraine.
thought.
We're going to get there. We're going to talk about it. But tell me. Oh, so I'll tell you how I realized that you were like a household name. Is I'm at SHOT Show and I'm with my friend Jess, and she's like, "Hey, who was that guy?" I was like, "Oh, that's Kay. He's got an Instagram page. Maybe it's called like the War Club." She's like, "Oh my gosh, you got to introduce him to me right now." I'm like, "You know him?" And then everybody knew the War Club. And I'm like, wow, I'm out of touch. I thought I was an industry guy.
You can't hype me up too much, man.
I'm just saying, I feel like I'm in the presence of a celebrity.
No, we're working on it. We'll see.
I'm just kidding. He's a cool dude. All right, so tell me, how did the name The War Club come up?
Oh, God. The name?
That's
The War
terrible,
Club. Dude, honestly, I have no idea. The name I thought was... I probably thought it was cool at the time. And I started off with some different names, actually. I tested a few things before sticking with the War Club. But yeah, no, I chose it literally because I thought it was cool. And ended up regretting it later in the career. But
Regretting it, really?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Dude, because it's like a mainstay in the industry. Like, I'm seeing photos of dudes like in kit pulling their shirts off and they got War Club,
Yeah, no, dude, like it's weird and it's like cool because like, we've talked on the page about rebranding or renaming or whatever. Just because I don't know, like the name is just, it seems kind of goony to me, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I say that as the owner. But then all of these people that, support us and rep our stuff and see us and whatever, love it, And again, like people considering it a household name in the space, like it's definitely cool. But I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky, yeah.
I like the name. I like the name because it makes you feel like a couple of things, right? One, if you've ever seen War, it's I don't know. It kind of gives you a place to like, I don't know, like mentally, like I can tell you guys have seen it before, or at least you understand it a little bit. And two, it kind of lets you belong to something, right? It lets you belong, like, hey, I'm a part of this club, like. Yeah.
Right. So a big thing whenever it came into the club, like that, in like that's even something that like we've marketed and like the top of our website for the longest time, like a bunch of stickers and like back of t-shirts and stuff. It would always be like join the club. And a lot of people take it literally. Like I can't tell you how many DMs we get like all the fucking time.
How do I join the club?
People that are like, hey, how do I join the club? And I'm like, dude, you're digging too deep into this. Like You're
in the club.
You're in the club, dude. Like
you're one of the cool
kids. It's just
kids.
a community, bro. Like
That's cool.
Yeah.
But you know what it does is it opens up a deal. Like if you're in another state or country or whatever, and you see a dude with a War Club, you're like, hey, we can at least be friends a little bit because we're the same thing.
Right.
I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the War Club.
Yeah. So honestly, whenever I started, I wasn't really sure what I was doing, and it didn't start immediately with what I'm doing now. It started very different. Like originally I started it just as a creative outlet for me to be able to post pictures and media of like me and buddies shooting, or pretty guns or cool kit or whatever. Like that's the main reason that it started. And then it just kind of I got a photographer and I bought some like basic products, and I was like, hey, let me see if I can sell this. Like, cause I started to build a tiny bit of a following, that all derived from like us prioritizing media. And and it is what it is now. And actually the original goal when I started it was textiles, soft goods. Like outside of like, once I understood that it was going to be a business, again, it started with me just wanting to do media. And then I was like, okay, I can actually make money off of this thing. What do I want to do? And it's like, I love gear. I want to make solutions that help dudes that are overseas pulling triggers, or even in country, law enforcement, whoever, make products and gear and kit that better these dudes and let them do their jobs more proficiently. So yeah, that's kind of where.
So you're like creative. Have you always been creative? Like always growing up?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 100%. And I've always been like I know it sounds like kind of cliche or silly, but I've also been like a huge like hustler. Like I've always had that like super, super strong hustler mentality. Like ever since I was in high school. Like I like grew up super poor, didn't have anything going for me. Moving in and out of my parents' house. I moved out, young. Parents, not to shame any of them. I won't bring them too far into this, but didn't have the best upbringing. And anything that I ever wanted, I had to figure it out myself. If there's anything that I wanted, I just had to figure it out. So like even, in high school, like wanting a car, like I'm at the age where it's like, okay, I should have a car. Are my parents going to buy it for me? No, they're not. Okay. All right. How the fuck do I get a car now?
Yeah, I got to hustle.
Yeah. And it's just like, all right, let's figure this out. And then sure enough, I had like 6 or 7 different cars in high school. So it's like, yeah, no, for sure. I've always had that mentality. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, something I found about people with the drive to be something better, it's almost like we don't have this drive to be better so anybody around us can see it. We have the drive to be better for us. Like we're proving to ourselves that we're better than what we give ourselves credit for, I guess.
Yeah, so it's funny. I read something recently that was actually the opposite of that. So it was like some of the best entrepreneurs in the world are not becoming successful for the financial gain of it. And they're not becoming successful to prove themselves anything. Maybe partially to themselves, but like a huge part of it is I'm going to be hyper successful to fucking prove everybody wrong. Like I don't care about making money. I don't care about doing absolutely anything other than being successful for the sake of having success. And obviously money comes along with that.
So I listened to Alex Hormozy. That's his last name, right? Hormozy. Alex Hormozy. You ever listen to him?
No.
Dude, you should totally check him out. I'm gonna like push him. I don't even know him, but he said the 3 things. I know we're getting off topic here of the War Club, but 3 things he said was one of them was you kind of think you're a little bit better than everybody else.
I saw that. Yeah, I know exactly.
The other one was a drive to prove yourself to yourself, and then the other one was impulse. I am not very good on the impulse side, but I do feel like a long time I thought I'm trying to be successful to prove to all of my haters.
Oh, for sure.
And now at 42, almost 43, it's like I'm just trying to be successful to prove to me, like maybe I'm my own worst hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's a huge play into all of that shit. Like impulse, huge, dude. I've
been to your shop. You are definitely an impulse guy.
The worst. I am absolutely the worst. And and I saw that exact thing, like all 3 of those key features. I was like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Yeah. So, but I'll tell you what. I mean, we're like 2 decades apart in age, but like, I like to see the drive and the grind. Because there's like this huge generation of people who don't have that anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But if you have
especially after COVID.
Especially after COVID. But if you have the drive to be something right now, dude, you'll eat these fucking people up right now. It's like,
oh, fuck yeah.
You didn't want to work hard? Well, move out of the way and I will, and I'll take the money that you were going to get. Right? Sure. And I'm not, again, I don't know that I do it for the money. I mean, we all have to have money, but
No, of course.
I like the deal. I like to get the deal.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, for sure. I definitely agree. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's about the grind. Got to grind every day.
Yeah.